In the face of rising unrest with Russia, Ukraine has legalized digital currencies, while many top bankers around the world and IMF Managing Director Kristalina Georgieva said they were worried about the spread of unsupportable cryptocurrencies. Welcome to Hodl Mind. Ukraine has now made it legal for people to use digital currencies. They passed a bill that makes it easier to regulate and manage digital currencies in the country. It has also cut down on the number of government agencies that are in charge of the digital currency industry in order to make it easier for businesses that deal with digital currencies to work in the country. Ukraine's parliament, known as the Verkhovna Rada, passed changes to the country's law on virtual assets. 272 out of 365 people in Rada's group voted in favor of the amended legislation, which makes Bitcoin official in a nation that has seen a lot of use in the last few years. Passing the bill is the end of the legislative process that has been going on for almost 2 years. The bill on virtual assets was first brought to the Rada in May 2020, and it has now been passed. It said that a new regulatory body should be set up to keep an eye on the business. When Parliament passed it in September 2021, President Volodymyr Zelensky vetoed it because Ukraine couldn't afford the new body just for digital assets. But recently, he sent the bill back to Parliament with some changes, and it has now been passed. The bill, however, does not acknowledge Bitcoin or other altcoins as official currency. Ukraine has not followed the path of El Salvador, which became the first country to use Bitcoin as its legal tender in September of last year. For those companies working previously in uncharted territory, the new regulation will offer some measure of security. This would legalize cryptocurrency exchanges, and Ukrainians can protect their funds from possible abuse or fraud, Mikhailo Fedorov, the Minister of Digital Transformation, remarked. Fedorov also declared that market participants would get legal protection and the freedom to make choices on the basis of open discussions with governments. As per the New York Times, Ukraine handles more cryptocurrency transactions per day than its fiat currency, the hryvnia, in daily volume of trade. Ukrainian developers have already built a name for themselves in the fast-growing field of blockchain technology. Dutch IT firm DAX has ranked Ukraine as the most appealing location for IT outsourcing in 2021 and the best place to hire programmers in the world. Even while Ukraine's less crypto-friendly neighbor, Russia, may put the brakes on capital inflows, government officials believe that the new legislation will encourage more international investment into Ukraine's developing crypto economy. The National Bank of Ukraine and the National Securities and Stock Market Commission of Ukraine will be in charge of overseeing digital currency holders in the future. Virtual asset service providers, derivative trading, and other related activities are under the purview of the National Bank of Ukraine, while cryptocurrencies backed by monetary values fall under the purview of the National Securities and Stock Market Commission of Ukraine. In a report by blockchain researcher Elliptic, Bitcoin donations to nonprofit and hacking organizations in Ukraine that support the country's government have gone through the roof due to the current Russian invasion. According to the research, contributors are sending money to such NGOs via Bitcoin, avoiding banks and other financial institutions that may restrict the transactions. With Ukraine on the verge of defaulting on its debts, the infusion of cash through anonymous cryptocurrencies is a welcome respite for President Zelensky, who is concerned that the country may lose control and fall apart. But people in Ukraine may not profit from crypto payments delivered directly to the government, since investor trust in the country is at all-time low. Aside from the fear of conflict, Russia's economic clout and ambiguity over cryptocurrencies might overshadow Ukraine's openness. Russia is still one of Ukraine's most important trading partners, and the Russian central bank is working on its own virtual currency while lobbying for a cryptocurrency prohibition. In January, Ukraine's Deputy Minister of Digital Transformation Oleksandr Bornyakov told Fortune, "Our supportive approach on crypto certainly stands in contrast with neighbors whose politicians suggest a ban on the usage and mining of cryptocurrencies," and he also said that he would want to remind them that crypto regulation rather than a prohibition would be more effective. At present, Ukraine's goal is to become a worldwide magnet for Bitcoin enterprises by providing low tax rates. This will entail businesses paying 5% of their earnings in place of a value-added tax. Individual asset owners will pay 5% and will enjoy a grace period until the end of 2025 to pay the tax. At present, Ukraine is in war with Russia, and only time will tell how the crypto adoption will work out for Ukraine. Thank you for watching.